Hey, Jim Dunaway from the next round. We're ready to relive the weekend in Southeastern Conference football with our friends at Cowin Equipment. We're fired up for another year. Before we look back, though, let me remind you, our friends at Cowin Equipment would love the opportunity to partner with your company for your heavy equipment needs. Visit Cowin.com to find out more about how Cowin can be your heavy equipment solution, from rental and new equipment sales to great service and parts. Check out Cowin Equipment's rental fleet hit list for a wide range of well-maintained equipment from their rental fleet for sale right now. Go to the website, Cowin.com, Cowin.com. Now let's talk a little football.
Got to start in Austin, Texas, where I had Texas inside the number. I was thinking it would be like 20 on 20 and a half. I didn't think it'd be 1. Alabama looked as bad as I've seen them ever look and win a football game under Nick Saban, and maybe even as bad as I've ever seen them look even when they lost football games. They looked horrible.
I'm going to disagree with you on that. I know a lot of people feel that way. It's the worst-looking win Alabama's ever had. I challenge you today to go to YouTube, subscribe, and hit the thumbs up with us while you're there, and then go find 2014 Alabama-Arkansas. I think that was the low water mark, 2014 Alabama at Arkansas.
And I don't know, 15 penalties is – It's
Sloppy.
beyond amazing is what it is. And guys like Will Anderson, viewed as maybe the best player in college football, he looked like a freshman out there at times. Now, he made a great play to actually force that last field goal from Texas.
But you're right. Jumping off sides, that's just eagerness. You're on the road, man. You're trying to get in there and get to the quarterback. But the frustrated hit after the guy was getting up the 15-yard penalty, that was a freshman mistake.
Yeah.
Or someone who's not your captain. But the guy who is always calm, cool, and collective saved the game again, Bryce Young. Whatever Alabama does, and probably what Alabama did last year, is all on the back of Bryce Young. They probably aren't in the national championship game. They probably don't have another SEC championship if it wasn't for how calm, cool, and awesome Bryce Young is, and it showed in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it reminded you of what you saw in Jordan Hare last year at the Iron Bowl.
It did.
And that incredible to be able to –
that whole game did, really, honestly.
To keep his balance, to be able to elude that sack, to scramble – and get them in field goal range. That was just an incredible play. That's one of those Heisman moments.
134 yards in that fourth quarter as he led Alabama back to victory there for that last kick from Will Reichard. Here's Nick Saban after the game on what makes Bryce Young so good.
Why is he so good? If I could actually tell you that, I don't know if I'd be doing this. And this is a pretty good job I got, but I'd have a better one. No, he's the guy studies, he prepares well for the game, he understands exactly what the defense is in and what they're going to do. He understands protections, he knows how to protect himself, knows when he's got to throw the ball hot. He's athletic enough to extend plays and make plays, and he's accurate throwing the ball, and he's very, very instinctive. He plays quarterback like a point guard in basketball. And, it's just he's got talent, but he doesn't just play with his talent. He's very well prepared and knows exactly what the game plan is and what he needs to do to execute it. And, players around him got to play well, too. Quarterback's a hard position to play when the players around you don't play well.
That is an amazing loss, and how they lost it and the lack of Jimbo Fisher's willingness to even try another quarterback when Haynes King was as ineffective as he was. I said over the weekend, and I think you guys would agree, would Bryce Young love to have right now A-Chain and Anais as weapons in space to just get them the football and let them go?
I still don't understand how – we've seen enough Haynes King now. Now, we know he got hurt last year, but I've seen enough after Saturday that he is not going to be the answer. That offense is pedestrian at best. And you've got another big test. And, again, I know you said you want to get into this in a little bit. They're only a 6-point favorite, which I said Saturday night. That was probably what the number was going to be, 6.5 or 7. Yeah, so this is a scary game. Imagine 1-2 before conference play starts.
Well, I can promise you they don't have the best quarterback in that game.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, not even close.
And I haven't seen QB2 at Miami. They may not have the two best quarterbacks in that game.
Yeah, I don't know who's backing up Van Dyke.
So Andrew's worst of the weekend, A&M still being in the top 25. That bothers me too. Oregon played what is now the number 1 team in the country, and they got blitzed 49-3. Appalachian State, who gave up 63 to North Carolina, comes into your building, and you only run 38 plays. You get beat 17-14. One of those scores is a kick return, and you hold on in the top 25.
Yeah, don't overestimate how much voters hate admitting they were wrong. And to have A&M out of the top 25, you've got to admit, for the vast majority of voters, not only was I was wrong about a top 6 team.
Yeah.
I had a team ranked number 6 that's out of the poll.
I'm going to take the sword to the gut right here on my battle for Jimbo Fisher over the years.
All right, you're going to go ahead and submit this one?
Okay, can I?
Oh, wow.
Can I?
Okay.
What am I supposed to do? Surrender Cobra?
Yo, you got to do a better face for me to
Okay.
put you in my contest.
We got to save this screenshot.
Okay.
Or I can give you one of these.
There you go. The girl
That's
that's
your poker face.
the girl that's going to win it this week was fantastic. It's the Texas A&M girl. She's running away with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's so pissed.
She is.
So I screenshotted that and sent it out, and I tweeted resting Jimbo face, which I thought was a great tweet, and you guys didn't love it as much as I wanted you to. Resting Jimbo
I
face.
told everybody about it.
Yeah, it was the
Calling people.
It's my headline for Friday.
resting Jimbo face, because that's what it looked like. Jimbo Fisher loses, only scores 1 touchdown against App State the week after they gave up 63 to North Carolina. They do get a kick return for a touchdown. He never changes quarterbacks. He has not changed his scheme in forever. And finally, Jimbo Fisher is going to say something that LT agrees with after the game.
We did not execute and play at the level we needed to, and that's my fault. That's as a head football coach. That's your job to have you guys ready to play and put them in position to make plays and let them to do it. So at the end of the day, that's on us. And I thought our players, there was nobody tried to make a mistake today. Nobody was trying to do it on purpose. But we got to do a better job of coaching them, get the fundamentals right, and do that. But that's coaching on our part, and that's what we have to do as a staff. And all the things we have to do, evaluate what we're doing and make sure we're doing it. We had chances to make plays all day on both sides of the ball. Offensively, unacceptable. Scored 7 points on the day. At the end of the day, that's my fault as a head football coach. You got to have guys ready in all 3 phases. We had opportunities in all 3 phases to make difference. We had 2 turnovers. They had none. Was critical in the game. So we'll look at it and go. Just got to evaluate what we're doing, make sure. Had opportunities, but got to coach it better.
Georgia's number 1 in the AP poll. Alabama's number 2. The biggest mover is Kentucky, up 11 spots.
That was we jumped Florida up after they won, so I guess we got to jump Kentucky up if they beat them.
Boy, and I just don't understand. And congratulations to Mark Stoops and what they did defensively to Anthony Richardson, but how he could look that good in 1 week and look that bad in the next.
I think, didn't we call it? All of us called it. I know I mentioned it on the show last week. That's what I was expecting to happen. I thought we all said it was going to happen.
I thought Kentucky would win. I did not know Richardson would look that bad.
Yeah, I
to
didn't think he
Lance's
would play that
point,
bad.
he threw some bad picks.
Auburn has looked sloppy, I think is a word you would use against San Jose State.
It wasn't as pretty as we wanted it to be, but we're 2-0, so that's all we can ask for at this point.
Yeah, and when you say that, and look, I mean, it's you know it. The fans have talked about it. What did San Jose State do? Was it something they did maybe that had you guys off kilter? Was it just an offensive night maybe that was tough to get going?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both. I think they're a really good football team, honestly. Going in, I think most of the guys undervalued how good they were. I think their D-line was pretty solid. I think they had some D-linemen that could play in the SEC, in my opinion. But, yeah, it was a slow start, a lot of little mistakes here and there to get going. But we figured those out early enough, and the second half came out ready to go.
Chances Auburn wins this football game. Forget point spread. Chances Auburn wins this football game outright this weekend, in your opinion?
I think it's 50-50.
It's just a fact of what happened last year, just getting back at them. We felt like they took that one from us last year late in the game. So that's a big one for us. I mean, I've had this one circled since last year, so we're really excited. This is just a unique game. It's really once in a lifetime, I think, for Auburn fans to have a team like Penn State come into town. So we're very excited about it.
Cowin Equipment brings us part of the show every day, including the Cowin Equipment poll questions.
Hey, if you're having a hard time finding that new plastic on the seat piece of heavy equipment, check out Cowin Equipment's rental fleet hit list for a wide range of well-maintained equipment from our rental fleet. For sale now, visit cowin.com/featured used equipment or call 1-800-239-COWIN for more information.